Okay, lesson 3, final lesson. We're back in Maya. Let's select our object now. I'm just going to go and get rid of all this history that's behind this. Select delete by type and then just delete the history. A bit simpler to work with. Go back into your Fonny shader, which we'll actually rename water roll, and then I'll just hit enter. I'm going to go back into my colour. I don't need to do that, I just need to go into my window and rendering and my hypershade, grab the connections for the texture map and delete them. My texture map here, so I'm in hypershade now. I'm just going to click the connections here. Don't need these at the moment. Just delete those off. It's okay. Now I'm going to go in and apply my colour texture to this. So go to File, locate in my source folders where I've put my TIFF file, which is this one, and voila, there it is. Let's have a look at the texture now in the UV editor, and you can see it's there. But what we actually want to do, we look at both, I think you can just about see it, is grab our UVs, W key, and we want it to do this. Basically roll along right up to the top. So I'm going to set my UV down the bottom there, like so, and we're going to get it to run on the texture across it. So I want to go into my colour attribute here and then find all that, and I need to go back into here and translate the frame. So it's this one here, 2D texture placement attribute, and we're basically going to be rolling this. Now it's quite hard to guess what this is. If I put a 1 in there, it could move it all over the place, or you could lose the texture altogether. So what you do is I use the script editor, open it up, bring it over here, and I have a look at the output as I bring this up. So I'm now bringing it right up to the top of the texture. Obviously you zoom in and get it exactly on there, and it'll tell me that my V value is 0.756944. So what I do is I copy that value, I Control C, and I bring that out of the way. I bring this back down to what it was before, go back into this value here, go back into here, go back into the texture node, and my V value is this one on the translate. But what I need to do is set my keyframes up. So I'm going to have it running from 1 frame to 24, so that's a second of animation. It's really quick, but obviously you'd extend it further, maybe have it running every 3 seconds or something. So you could change your settings in there. So in here I'm going to set this one, and I'm going to right hand click and I'm going to set a key. Let's set a key for there. Now at 24 I'm going to paste in my value, and I'm also going to set a key for that area. Do make sure that it does what you're trying to get it to do. Sometimes a little bit, that's better. You'll notice that it's shifted there. So there we go. Okay, that's it. So that frame, let's play the sequence, and there you go, your water's running across using the UVs, and you'll notice that the value in here will change as you go along. This could be a separate unit, but just make sure they're in line. Join the UVs together so that it's a continuous UV map, so that it will run down that line. Okay, so that's kind of it. So you could then output that out. I think it's on a draft setting, this, but you can see that UV map running across there. In the next lesson I'll show you how to do particles. I've just got a problem at the moment and I'll sort that out in a second. Okay, well, that should be enough to get you going with rolling a UV map.